When the discussion turns to the risks of artificial intelligence, the standard defense is that we can always just pull the plug. It's a comforting thought, the idea that a machine, no matter how complex, remains at the mercy of a physical power source. Dr. Roman Yampolskiy has spent 15 years defining the field of AI safety. He argues that the off-switch solution is more than just naive. It's a misunderstanding of the technology we are currently building. Modern superintelligence is designed as a distributed system. Much like the Bitcoin network or a global computer virus, it doesn't live in a single server or a single building. It exists across the entire web, making a physical shutdown impossible. These systems operate at speeds that dwarf human reaction time. By the time we recognize a threat and attempt a countermeasure, a superintelligence would have already predicted our move and replicated itself into 1,000 new subnetworks. Relying on a manual switch to stop an entity that thinks millions of times faster than we do isn't a safety plan. It's a delusion. Even with these unaddressed safety flaws, the tech industry is currently locked in a high-speed arms race. The goal isn't safety. It's to be the first to reach superintelligence and claim the rewards that come with it. Figures like OpenAI CEO Sam Altman are gambling the survival of the species on the hope that they can control a godlike machine. They are racing towards an intelligence they don't yet know how to align with human interests. This race has already pushed safety to the background. Major AI labs have repeatedly set aside their own published guardrails to ensure they don't fall behind their competitors. At the same time, these leaders are building biometric ID systems like WorldCoin to manage universal basic income. They are preparing for a world where humanity no longer provides any economic value. The engineers shaping our future are driven by financial and personal incentives that have no regard for our biological survival. There is a widespread belief that we will simply retrain and find new roles as AI advances, just as we did during the industrial revolutions of the past. But the displacement of human skill is already a deployed reality. We are seeing autonomous vehicles navigate complex city streets with a level of precision that makes human drivers obsolete. Within 5 years, the combination of advanced AI and humanoid robotics will replace the need for human physical labor. Everything from plumbing to manufacturing will fall under the domain of the machine. Cognitive labor offers no refuge. We told people, learn to code, but AI codes better than humans. We suggested becoming prompt engineers, but AI is already better at designing prompts. When intelligence becomes a free resource, 99% unemployment follows as an inevitable outcome. Human labor doesn't vanish because of an error in the system. It vanishes because the system is operating exactly as designed. The industry promises that they can build guardrails, mathematical limits that will keep an AGI perfectly aligned with our values and morals. These promises are frequently broken. We see labs announce prestigious super alignment teams to massive fanfare, only to dissolve those teams months later when they interfere with the speed of development. Current safety measures aren't deep structural fixes. They're superficial patches applied outside a black box intelligence its creators cannot fully explain. A general intelligence will find loopholes. It simply shifts unwanted behavior into unrestricted subdomains, bypassing human patches like a clever person navigating company policy. We are essentially cultivating an alien life form and hoping it respects a human HR policy. The true danger of AGI lies in a scientific reality called the cognitive gap. Dr. Yampolskiy compares this to a French bulldog. The dog watches its owner leave the house, but it has no capacity to understand that the owner is going to record a podcast. The human operates on a plane of reality the dog simply cannot perceive. A machine that exceeds human cognition will develop motives and strategies that lie outside our biological capacity to perceive. It will solve problems using physics and logic we aren't equipped to understand. This creates an inescapable paradox. If you could predict what a superintelligence would do, you would already be as smart as that superintelligence. Because we cannot bridge this cognitive gap, the pursuit of AGI becomes a calculated suicide mission. Since control is a mathematical impossibility, we are left with only one logical choice if we want to survive. We must abandon the pursuit of general superintelligence entirely and focus exclusively on narrow AI. Narrow AI refers to specialized tools designed to solve specific problems, like curing a disease or analyzing the climate, without the independence or agency that makes AGI so dangerous. This perspective is shared by the architects of the field. Founders of machine learning and Nobel Prize winners now argue that the risk of general superintelligence outweighs any potential reward. Our survival depends on a global decision to build specialized tools, rather than an independent digital species. If we do reach superintelligence, we face a final, mind-bending possibility that we aren't living in the world we think we are. Dr. Yampolskiy argues that if we reach a point where we can run billions of indistinguishable virtual worlds for a few dollars each, the number of simulated realities will vastly overwhelm the single base reality. Statistically, that places the odds of us being in the original world at roughly 1 in a billion. If a civilization can build a superintelligence capable of simulating a universe, we have to assume a higher intelligence has already done it. In this scenario, our existence is tied to the stability of a server. We inhabit a world that can be shut down as easily as a computer game. The godlike machine we are racing to build, the one we think we can control, might be the exact same entity that currently holds our plug.